Good afternoon, good shepherd folk. Don't we all wish we could shelter in place in a place like this? Virtual backgrounds are fun, and we've been having fun with them on our daily calls. Happy middle of Holy Week, if happy is the right word. We are in a tough time. That's the way the things are working out right now, and we need to live into it. And like I mentioned in my sermon on Sunday, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's still hard. The news is no better, and don't know when it will be. And that's, like I say, that's still a challenge. And I'm hearing more and more from people in the congregation that folks that they know and love have been stricken by coronavirus, some seriously so. So our prayers are still out there for everyone as we continue to weather this storm. And it just is so hard. We don't know anything. We really it would make it easier if we knew when it was going to be over, when we were going to be able to resume some kind of daily normalcy, going to the store, going back to school, going to get our hair cut, whatever. It would just be so much easier if we knew that. And there's that sense of control that we all feel that we've lost. And there's some theology there about control. And I'm not sure that this is the best time to talk about it, but certainly we have to trust that God is, and that we will, as I said, weather this storm. I received in my email today a newsletter from organization, or it's actually an academic unit at the University of California, Berkeley, the Greater Good Institute for the Greater Good, and they study positive philosophy and happiness and things like that. And one of the pieces that came in the newsletter today, I thought was really worth maybe sharing with you. And it has to do with the things that we can control in this time when we are otherwise pretty much out of control. And this author made a little yellow sticky that he put on his computer. These are what they call daily quarantine questions, and I can send this out if you're interested, but it tries to answer each of these questions at least once a day. What am I grateful for today? Who am I checking in on or connecting with today? And in the course of the article, it suggests 3 people each day to connect with. What expectations of normal am I letting go of today? Boy, are we having to let go of a lot of expectations of normal. How am I getting outside today? I just got back from a bike ride. Good to be outside on a lovely day like this, recognizing that the weather is going to shift a little bit in the next few days and want to get out as often as I can. How am I moving my body? Are we getting up from our chairs? Are we going outside and moving outside? Are we just moving in our house? Are we moving? We need to keep that going so that we don't let lethargy take over. And then, what beauty am I either creating, cultivating, or inviting in today? Where is beauty coming into our lives? And that's one of the reasons I really enjoy using these virtual backgrounds, because it does help me invite the kind of beauty into my life that I want. But I also get outside a lot. And but is it music? Is it art? Is it poetry? What beauty are you inviting in? So just some things to think about each day. And again, I can send this out if anybody wants it. Just let me know and I'll forward the link to you. A few updates. We are still working to get everything dealt with Zoom. I think we finally resolved the 100 participant limit. I got some help from the Office of the Bishop. The staff there was helpful and showed us what buttons to press in the settings to make sure that was done. So we trust that that is all okay. We are learning that with new meetings that we have to set up, not the ones that we already have in place, but new meetings that we have to set up, they will require a password. And we think that if we send you the link, you will just be able to link directly through, as you probably have been. But if you enter the meeting number, then you will have to enter a password. That password, we're telling everybody, will always be the church's phone number. So 303-740-2688. So you'll always know what it is. And by the end of this, you'll know the church's phone number. That's great. And the other thing is we're taking links to the various meetings off of the website. This is to prevent that practice known as Zoom bombing. If they're easily accessible like that, it raises the likelihood that someone can get into one of these meetings or seriously into a church service and start taking over or posting things that are inappropriate. This has happened to a number of meetings that not that I've been on, but that I've heard about. So we want to prevent that. And so we will send out in emails and on Facebook, we will send out those links. Facebook's a little more secure than our website. So you will check that an email will go out on the day in the morning of any meeting that's a church-related meeting or a church-wide related meeting, and you will be able to find the information from there. Speaking of church-related meetings, it's Wednesday, so this evening at 7 o'clock, there will be a presentation on the Stations of the Cross. It will not be interactive. It is a meditative tool, music and art, and that will start at 7 o'clock, and it will run, I think it runs just a little bit over an hour. So you're able to come in and watch that. And the link for that will be in the e-news that should go out a little bit later today. Or maybe it will have preceded you receiving this. Also, tomorrow, Maundy Thursday, this is a home event, but we recognize that not all of you will have people to share this with. You are living alone. And so we will open up a Zoom link, an open Zoom link, and send you the information for this, so that if you just want to sit and eat dinner with somebody, somebody from church, and maybe talk about Maundy Thursday, look through some of the materials that were sent around or made available on the website, look at some of those and have a conversation. That would be wonderful. But it will be a non-moderated event. You can just come in and see who's there and hang around as long as you like. That meeting will end at 7:45 tomorrow night, and then there will be another Zoom link for the Altar of Repose. And I will go in and set up a camera to point at the Altar of Repose, and that will be on for 12 hours from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m., assuming all goes well with the technology. Good Friday service at noon. Again, a Zoom link will come out Friday morning. It will be almost pretty traditional Good Friday service. It will just be not in the church. Everything else that we would normally do on Good Friday, we will do then. Saturday morning at 9 o'clock will be the Holy Saturday service. Unusual or unfamiliar probably for many of you. Brief, probably 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Easter Vigil will be at 8 Saturday night. Again, a Zoom link will come out with those, or an email will come out with those Zoom links. Easter Vigil with the lighting of the new fire. And you will have an opportunity to participate at home in some of these things, in some of that, certainly candles and fire in your own home. But a lot of it will be very similar to what we've come to experience as Easter Vigil. And if you've not been to Easter Vigil before, this is a pretty easy way to see a little bit of what it's like, at least what the dramatic parts of it are like. So come on down, don't have to leave. Weather will not be a factor because you'll be participating from home. And it'll probably take about an hour, maybe a little longer. And then Easter Sunday, we've changed the service time to 10 o'clock instead of 9, just to give a little bit more space between the Easter Vigil and that Sunday morning service. The Zoom link will come out on Sunday morning, and it will be a splendid Easter Sunday, as much as we can make it so. Dear folk, be well, call your friends, and check in on them. I called a couple of folks today that I knew either didn't have good technology connections, or aren't able to get out. There are some people who are really quarantined much more so than those of us like me who are able to get out and go for a bike ride. Some people are quarantined in their room, in their home. So, any conversation that we can have with the fellowship really means a lot. And so give folks a call as much as you can. The last thing I forgot to mention this is that there will be the altar of repose. And like I said, there will be a Zoom link. If in the information that will come out in the e-news today is a link to sign up using Sign Up Genius, to sign up to pray at the altar of repose between 8 Thursday night and 8 o'clock Friday morning. You can do it in your pajamas. No one will know. You don't have to turn on your camera. And it doesn't make any difference how many people we will have there. So sign up. Like I say, the link to the Sign Up Genius will be in the e-news. Be well. May the rest of this Holy Week be blessed. And I look forward to seeing you at some of the services coming up later this week. Bye-bye.